everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today I am going to be talking about a topic that I meant to talk about a long time ago and just never got around to doing it. So today I'm going to be talking about the Skyliner. I rode the Skyliner back in January, and all the footage you're about to see is from when I rode it in January. I've only been on it the one time, but yeah, so I've been meaning to make this video, and you know, being stuck in quarantine, now is a perfect time to do so. So, let's talk Disney. Plan for this is to talk about my experience, and then I'm also going to be inserting video footage that I took while I was riding the Skyliner. So first off, the day that we went, it was pretty cool out and windy. We wanted to do that just because I know they said it was ventilated, but I don't know. I just didn't trust it. Being the first time, I wanted to make sure that, you know, I kind of had the best conditions to try it out. So yeah, so we went on it. First impressions, it looked very nice. It was still new, so everything was very clean. The ride was surprisingly smooth. So when you get on the Skyliner and you start to take off, it latches on and you kind of like, think of it like the People Mover. You kind of like zoom around for like a second, kind of like how in the People Mover when you go around the corner, it kind of like zooms really quick. So once you latch on, it goes pretty fast for like a second until you get up there, and then it slows down, but surprisingly it was still a lot faster than I thought it would be. When you look at it from the ground, it looks like it would go very slow, but it actually goes decently fast. Like, you don't feel like you're going fast, but you get to your destination pretty quickly.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Hollywood Studios. We are on our way to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort with connecting flights to Epcot International Gateway, Disney's Pop Century Resort, and Disney's Art of Animation Resort. We hope you enjoyed your visit to Hollywood today. Now wave goodbye to your adoring fans below. Bye!
So yeah, it was pretty smooth. One thing I did notice is there were vents and like a lot of ventilation in like different areas. There was like some spots at the top for ventilation, the bottom. There was a lot of airflow. So I can see how people are saying like on hotter days there's a lot of like air flowing through, and what was kind of surprising as it got warmer throughout the day was that it always felt like cool air. I don't know how, but it just always felt like it was cool air, which was really nice. And then also there are little places you can like close the windows in the vents, so if it is a little like chillier in the mornings, they can shut it so it's not as, you know, crazy like cold in there. I also noticed that under the seat there is a little black box that is like the emergency kit. So if you were to get stuck on the Skyliner for, you know, longer than 3 hours, there is a emergency kit with food, water, and supplies, anything you'd need right under there. Actually talking to a gentleman when we actually, I think it was at the Riviera, we got stuck for a little bit and we were talking to him about it, and he actually said that the Skyliner doesn't break down frequently because it's breaking down. It breaks down frequently because of people, and here's why I say that. So we were on the Skyliner. Thankfully we were on the ground with our doors open, getting ready to take off to go back to Epcot, and while we were there, it stopped. What had happened was there was a family a few cars down that had decided they didn't want to ride the Skyliner anymore. So they waited until the doors shut, their hook was getting ready to latch on to like take them up, and they busted the doors open and jumped out. So that triggered a sensor and the whole thing came to a halt. And he said that actually more frequently than not, that's what ends up happening and why people get stuck for like a long time. Because we were probably there for 20 minutes on the ground, stuck because someone was being reckless. And he said sometimes people's feet are hanging out of the cars and the sensors can't close the doors, so then it stops. So more times than not, that's what happens. Now, I'm not exactly sure what happened the one day the Skyliners got, held up for 3 hours, but I did hear it had something to do with, like, when the cable car latches on to take off, it, like, didn't latch on, so then the other one behind it latched on, and then it, like, hit. I don't know. That's what I heard, but yeah. So more often than not, you're getting stopped because of other people, not because it's actually breaking down. Our first stop was at Caribbean Beach, so when you go onto the Skyliner, you are going to end up at Caribbean Beach. That's just what happens. So once you're taking the Skyliner, for example, we took it from Hollywood Studios, you end up going to Caribbean Beach. From Caribbean Beach, you can opt to go to the Riviera, Pop Century, Art of Animation, or you can go to Epcot. So from that point, you will determine where you want to go and where you want to take the next Skyliner to. So it's a lot of like connecting. It's not really a straight shot, but like I said, with as fast as it is, it's really convenient, and there was never a line because it's a continuously moving thing. It's super easy and super quick, so I would highly recommend it. Another thing, there are plenty of cars, cargos, Skyliner cars, whatever you want to call them, that are off to the side that aren't in the continuous rotation. They're actually for ECVs and wheelchairs. So they are stopped off to the side so you can load in and load out. And then once they are filled, they kind of slow down the movement of the rest of the Skyliners and push that one out into the flow. And then same thing would happen for getting off. So if you are in an ECV or wheelchair, it's very accessible for you as well. The last thing I do have to mention is that, as I mentioned, when you like kind of hook on and take off, something similar for coming back is when you are coming back down, it looks like you are going to crash into the car in front of you. It comes in so hot, like so fast, but then it slows down and stops and you kind of swing out a bit. But it's nothing to really worry about. It's just something I thought I would mention because the first few times you're like, are we gonna stop or am I gonna crash into the person in front of me? So yeah, that was a little much, but other than that, it was great. I would highly recommend the Skyliner. I think it was a great idea for Disney to put it in. It makes things easier. It makes monorail flow and bus flow a little less because now you have another means of transportation. Like I said, it's fairly quick. Yeah, so I would highly recommend it. The only thing is I haven't done it when it's hot out, so I'm not sure how the airflow would be in there when it is hotter, but I do plan on doing that this summer and I will update you and let you know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped you decide whether you want to try the Skyliner or not. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!